Everybody, Lindsay here with One with Life Personal Training. So we're going to do some core drills today. Now the core drill that we're going to do is we're trying a new style of a drill. So this one here is basically going to be like a hill climb. So we do a 1-minute hill climb up the hill, and then we do 30 seconds down the hill. So it takes double the amount of time to get up as it does to get down the hill, okay? So the first one basically that we're going to start with. So you're going to want to have a couple different things. So the first thing you're going to want is a mat. And then you can also have a weight as well. So I just have some different size weights. So I'm just gonna, you can do a heavy weight, you can do a light weight, that's up to you. I'm gonna start with a light weight. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down onto the mat. We're gonna start off with our oblique twist. So you can choose to keep the feet on the mat, or if you wanna make it a little bit harder, you can pick the feet up off the mat, okay? Now we're gonna lean back just slightly, keeping our chest open. We're gonna rotate the torso, bringing our weight to one side. We rotate the torso and bring the weight to the opposite side, okay? So we're gonna do this one for 1 minute, okay? That takes us up our hill. To come back down the hill, we're gonna come into a plank position. So for 30 seconds, you have any style of a plank that you wanna do. So you could just do a 1-minute plank and just hold the plank here, okay, and not add any movement. But for myself, for 30 seconds, I'm gonna do mountain climbers. Okay, so I'm gonna draw that knee into my chest, holding that strong plank position, okay? From there, once again, we gotta go back up our hill, okay? So we have 1 minute once again, okay? So basically what I'm gonna do on this next one is I'm gonna do a leg lift at the same time I lift up my upper half, okay? Now you can use weight if you want to, you don't have to if you don't want to, okay? So your arms are gonna go long, your feet go long, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up the legs at the same time we lift up the arms, okay? So we lower down and we lift. Now if you prefer, you can do all of the lower half, or maybe if you want to, you can do all of the upper half, okay? That would be solely up to you on how you want to work your core today, okay? Now once we get back down, or once we get back up, remember we got to go back down again, right? So we have that moving plank once again. So we come back into our plank position. Now this time I'm going to go through some side planks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot on my toes. I'm going to bring myself into my side plank, and then I'm going to pivot to the opposite side, okay? Now you might be thinking, oh, I can't do this right now. That's perfectly fine. You can always do a side plank from your knees. So you're going to kick your foot out and arm goes long, okay? So foot comes out. So as you can possibly see, basically I'm going to be doing this from my side. So I pivot, come to the opposite side, okay? This is going to make it a little bit easier than doing it from both feet extended, okay? So we've got one more hill climb that we're gonna do. So once again, starting at the bottom of our hill, working our way up for 1 minute. And we're gonna go through some bicycle crunches. So we're gonna start with our knees up in line with our hips and hands come behind the head, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw our right knee in, rotating, bringing our left shoulder towards our right knee as we extend our left leg. And then we bring that in, and then we switch. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, okay? So we're gonna do this one for 1 minute. Now remember, that means we're gonna be back at the top of our hill, okay? So we have one more plank to take us back down. So from a plank position, this is completely up to you. Once again, what style of a plank that you wanna do. Maybe this time you wanna go from your hands to your forearms into a walking plank and back up to your hands. Maybe you just want to drop the knees, okay? Maybe for 1 minute you want to go through a Spider-Man, okay? That's completely up to you. But for 30 seconds, I want you to work your core in a plank or just hold the plank position, okay? If you have any questions, please let me know.